Chris Brown and Usher, two of R&B's greatest acts. Usher first broke on the scene in 1994 with his self-titled debut album. Since then, has sold over 100 million records, making him one of the highest-selling artists of all time, with an impressive 30-year and counting run in the music industry. Usher is slated to perform at this year's Super Bowl.
Chris Brown first came onto the scene with his Smash It Running and his self-titled debut album, with hits like Yo, Gimme That, and Say Goodbye. It is no secret that Chris has had his fair amount of troubles in his career. However, it is clear that his hits, dancing ability, and impressive vocals mark him as one of the most talented acts to ever grace the stage. Ever since Timbaland's Verses, these two have definitely been compared and admired by millions of fans. But what is the answer? Who would actually win in the Verses? Let's discuss all that and more on the DJs Take.
What's good, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the DJs Take.
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James, and on this show, we talk about the music industry from a fan's point of view. Donnie, tell the people what we're talking about today.
Today, we are going to be discussing Usher versus Chris Brown.
Ding, ding, ding.
Gloves
Round
off.
one. Now, to set what's going on, I feel like, just like most of us, that it's the clear answer is Usher. Usher is the winner here. And what's your take?
It's Chris Brown, by far.
Ridiculous. Respect your elders, first of all. We're going to break it down to 5 categories: talent, awards, influence, career highlights, and sales. First up, talent. I'll let you take the floor.
Oh, God.
I'll let you take the floor.
So, talent. It's Chris Brown, by far. I just don't see Chris Brown losing in anything regarding performance. Vocals would count as talent, correct?
Yeah.
Vocals, I would give it an edge to Usher. I think Usher can sing better than Chris Brown, but I believe that Chris Brown's ability to dance and staying modern is enough to just make his singing ability obsolete. So that's how I feel about it.
I agree with you that Chris Brown has him when it comes to the dancing. Chris is one of the best, if not the best, dancers that we have in the music industry. But Usher's vocal ability and his live vocal performance till this day, because it's hard for you to keep up that vocal ability in your 40s, and he still sings 100% live.
But it's okay.
Oh, he didn't perform at Vegas right now?
He needed a residency.
He's not performing at the Super Bowl as we speak?
He needed a residency. And how long did it take?
How
long did it take for the Super Bowl? Huh?
It did take
Last
long.
time he had to be with the Black Eyed Peas, right? So,
did he perform with the Black Eyed Peas?
Yes, he performed with Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
That was the Steelers versus Green Bay, I'm pretty sure.
That's Timothy, our producer. That's his favorite Super Bowl performance. Besides, like, obviously, he loves Black Eyed Peas Super Bowl performance. I don't understand why.
Why?
First of all, I'm not saying it was the most impressive. What I'm saying is I didn't have the benefit of hindsight. The Black Eyed Peas show performance, when it came out, that's how I felt about it. It felt nostalgic to me. Like, it felt like relevant to me.
I see.
So
I'm not saying that
nostalgia.
there's something that didn't.
Technical bet.
He said they did it for him.
It was my personal favorite, as opposed to like saying it. I'm not gonna say it was better than everybody else. That's kind of crazy.
Gotcha.
But it was just my personal favorite.
Even still now, after Dr. Dre did his, would you still say that?
I think Dr. Dre and them, as good as they did, they left some meat on that bone, personally.
Okay, agreed.
I think there was too many of them. They each could have done it. That's a whole different topic.
Absolutely.
That's a different topic. We'll do Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But Usher's talent, singing ability, trashes Chris's. Now, Chris, when he first came on the scene, had a decent vocal. But drugs, alcohol, partying really affected his voice. And we've seen him on concert several times. He kills it live vocally, but he has a lot of auto-tune, a lot of backtrack. Usher's vocals it's no competition.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, I'm lonely, so why don't you come over my place and put a smile on mine if you leave in the club, girl.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree. Like I told you, I give the edge to vocals to Usher, but Usher can't even get on the dance floor with him. Let's be real. Like, can't step on it.
But like Usher got moves. Like, Usher got moves.
He got skeleton moves. He got old man moves.
Usher, in my opinion, Usher has choreography, and Chris Brown can actually dance.
I agree with that.
And then let's be real.
It's a difference.
Bruno Mars does better.
Beyonce and Sierra. Like, Beyonce got that choreography down, but Sierra can dance. Period.
Absolutely agree with that. But even if it comes to choreography, like, Bruno Mars is better than Usher, in my opinion. Like,
that's ridiculous.
You're tripping. That's ridiculous. Go watch it.
And I like Bruno, but Bruno versus
Mars
Usher
has it naturally more than Usher when it comes to dancing. Go watch.
Nah,
I'm telling you.
It depends on what flavor you like as far as that's concerned. Because like
I will show you.
Bruno
videos,
got the old
show
school.
me and you show me videos, but Bruno he's taking it. I'm telling you. But it's Chris Brown and Usher. So let's stay on that topic. But Usher, he's just an old man that's trying to keep up with the dancing. It's honestly embarrassing watching him keep trying to dance. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, so we'll at least can agree to a tie. Usher got vocals, Chris got.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm not agreeing to no tie. So,
no, I'm saying as far as talent.
No, we're not going.
How?
So first things first, Chris Brown writes better songs than Usher now. Usher can't keep up with it, and he probably has people that write them for him. Second, Chris Brown can light years dance better than him. Not just dance better than him, light years dance better than him. Usher can't light years vocals lead better than Chris Brown.
I want everyone to do your Googles. Google Chris Brown performing at Taraji P. Henson's Christmas special. That was live vocals.
Okay, and I can probably.
It's gonna be together.
Find some bad about Usher.
Get back to me. Chris's vocals are fried. Like, it's not even
it
like
probably depends on what he's doing though.
No, like honestly, sit with your full chest. You know fried his vocals
are strong.
No, fried. You know if we put him on this mic and said, Chris, sing a song 100%. He would be like.
I think it depends. I think he would struggle. I think when he knows he's on tour, he takes care of his vocals and knows that he can't be acting.
We've seen him on tour several times.
Yeah, he sang well.
He sang decent with a heavy backtrack. And Chris is my guy, but he had a heavy backtrack on that.
I don't think it's light years. I don't think Usher's light years.
All right, I try to compromise and say it's a tie. He disagrees. Let's move on to awards.
Disagree.
Now, it's not even a competition when it comes to awards.
Yeah.
We got Grammys, Billboards, AMAs. We got it all.
Edge is definitely going to go towards Usher, but Usher did the right things in his career. He wasn't problematic. So I expect those accolades to go to the people that live their lives in a proper way.
Now I will say though, in Breezy's defense, he's the highest winning male BET awards. I'm pretty sure.
So BET awards, and there's more than just that. Chris Brown has
Soul Train.
I think he has had the most charting songs by a male artist.
We're not at charts yet.
Okay, I'm just saying
we ain't at charts
yet. Yeah. So Chris, he hangs in there, but yeah, awards is just awards. He's grateful for his one Grammy.
Now let's do influence. You want to start with Chris's influence?
Influence, yeah. In my opinion, there's no doubt that Chris Brown has influenced an entire generation of artists, and then on top of that, not just an artist, but the arts, the dancing. Dancers look up to Chris Brown. It's not just I want to be a musician. I want to sing R&B. Chris Brown, it is his performance. Everybody looks up to him. If you go to an art school of dancing, like Juilliard, you're looking up to Chris Brown because you know what he brings to the table.
Usher's influence, though,
who influenced him?
He's directly responsible for signing and influencing a guy. What's his name? Justin Bieber. Okay. Directly. But Chris don't have someone that's signed under him except for 7th Streeter. What's 7th Streeter doing?
Justin Bieber does not resemble Usher in any way in his music. Let's be real. So
that's a complete lie. Justin Bieber back in the beginning when he was trying to dance.
What sounded like, and you know who he wanted to be like? Justin Bieber, Chris Brown. You know who he calls Big Brother? Chris Brown.
why don't we go to Justin Bieber's Instagram where he said, "Thank you, Usher,
Yeah, thank you for discovering me. If you made me
me
a millionaire too and put me on, I'm saying thank you.
That's not the truth. He was, if you know Justin Bieber's history, it was Justin Timberlake and Usher.
Sure.
Listen to me. It was Justin Timberlake and Usher trying to sign Justin Timberlake. Justin Bieber went to Usher.
Okay, I would do the same thing.
So
you're saying that, but I have seen numerous posts Justin Bieber defending Chris Brown and saying he is the most talented human being on this planet.
I think Justin Bieber likes Chris, and he's definitely influenced him. He's famous for having
Chris.
He's famous for having that YouTube cover with you. Wasn't it with you? Or it might have been Forever.
Yeah, it was with you. No, it was with you.
And he definitely is influenced, but I do think that Usher is directly responsible for Justin Bieber.
He's responsible. He discovered him, but he's not. If you ask Justin Bieber who inspires you for dancing, he's not saying Usher. No, it's Chris Brown. Who inspired you to do that? He did the cover. Did he do it? I don't know because it's so long ago. Did he do a cover on Usher's Confessions?
Justin
or did he do
is like known for dancing?
I'm saying, did he do a cover of Usher or was it a cover for Chris Brown?
But I mean, let's just end this debate. He's more influenced and credited Usher with Justin Bieber. Like, that's just that.
Okay, you can say that. But there's people like LMI, her, influenced by Chris Brown. Everybody, even rappers, Jonah Lucas, Tory Lanez, like Jaquez, people in his own genre. Chris Brown. We got even the Asian pop culture over there saying that Chris Brown's who they want to work with. They didn't say Usher.
Who was running R&B before Breezy hit the scene?
It's Usher, clearly.
So even Chris himself has to.
Of course, Chris Brown is influenced by Usher, but I would say more than Usher, it was Michael Jackson.
But here's what Michael Jackson's is the influence of music.
Absolutely, but I don't see anybody going, I want to be Usher. I see him going, I want to be Michael, and then Usher's there.
I think so. I do think that people are influenced, whether or not they acknowledge or not. I'm just saying. R&B,
I know BTS said it. There's a whole thing of people that say Chris Brown. Chris Brown. Who you want to work with? Chris Brown.
I do think the younger heads like to skip to Chris Brown.
Absolutely, because nobody wants to be a dinosaur like Usher. Nobody wants to be a fossil. He's a fossil.
That's disrespectful.
Who wants to be like him? Nobody.
No, that's disrespectful. I think it's like how girls of today will say they're influenced by Beyonce, whereas Beyonce's influenced by Tina Turner. So it's Tina Turner that really has the long
I'm just telling you,
it's Usher.
As a young fly guy, you know what I'm saying? I never said, let me go.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You always say you remember referencing when Usher's BET era. You could sat and you were lit about that.
Well, of course, so but I'm saying when I go out, when I go out, I'm like, man, I'm a breezy dude. Yeah, I'm breezy.
That's because he's more modern. He grew up with you. He grew up with you. So just because
Sam, have you ever tried to look like Usher?
He ain't try to look like Breezy though.
You tripping? I try to look like Breezy.
Y'all ain't gonna sit here and roast me every day.
Who didn't try to look like Breezy?
I never tried to look like Usher because Usher always was back in the day. You have to remember, Usher was naked a lot and stuff. He tried to be too beautiful looking. Chris Brown was more street, more street dancing.
But Usher, that's the thing. Usher's influence goes across the mainstream though. His influence dabbles into much areas, whereas Chris's is very niche.
Got a broad reach. I just said the dancing community.
Chris Brown, I'm telling you, man, the influence on dance and crump culture, and when it was.
But that's dated
at its height.
And if you say it's not, name someone modern who's doing crumping.
It was an era, is what I'm saying. That was an era that movies were made.
Absolutely.
There were TV shows and BET would formulated stuff around it and everything like that, all because of Chris Brown. That one scene on Stomp the Yard from Chris Brown just blew that whole era up to the sky.
Now, let's all discuss how we're all devastated that he died in the first 10 minutes of Stomp the Yard. That ruined me as a kid.
Absolutely. But it's like Tim said, crumping, I don't want to say I don't want to disrespect the art form, but it would have probably been nothing if Chris Brown wasn't in that movie.
It's nothing right now though. So much for the influence.
But you're
Who's
saying
who's
right
up
now,
next?
But I'm saying
for that
all
era,
dance.
for like a good 10
Jay, you
years,
can't say that, Jay, because that is dance since the beginning of time. All dances have their time.
That's the thing though. If we're talking Beyonce did majorette style dancing. You can see girls still to this day mimicking Normani, Victoria Monet. These girls still mimic that style of majorette.
That's
style
choreography. That's not.
No,
dancing.
it's this particularly majorette style performing.
Yeah.
When you look up that
majorettes are the number one choreographed people. What are you talking about?
That was never a thing. When Beyonce first stepped on the scene, everyone said she was doing too much.
That's not a dance. That is choreography.
That's what you think. But
that
literally,
is what it is.
No, when Normani and them sit down and they say we wanted to do majorette style like Beyonce used to do that. Well, no one was doing that before, because before then it was Janet, where it was Michael. No one was doing the crazy majorette style.
Talent. That's what he's saying.
So
the majorette style can be compared now to this new TikTok dance era. It's easy. It's not hard to do. It's not
you don't think Normani can dance?
Normani can dance. I'm not saying she can't, but I'm saying it's easy to do.
You don't think Victoria Monet can dance?
I think Victoria Monet can dance.
So what are we saying?
I'm saying it's still the majorette style dancing is an easy art form to do.
But
I would love to see them try to.
It's not a dated art form.
I would love to see
Sierra Breezy. They're dated.
They're dated, or is Crump dated?
Their style of dance is dated.
He's outside his mind.
Okay, who else is doing it? What name?
Who else can?
Nobody.
Who else can?
Nobody else in this world can do crump dancing. I'm not saying they do it.
No, and be a top R&B artist at the same time.
You're acting like Chris. So you watch
Tell
Summer
me
2.
who.
I'm not saying you can't do it greatly. I'm saying who's doing it? No one, because it's
They
dated.
can't.
So nobody in this
Who would
whole
look right
wide
doing
world.
it?
So crazy.
Name
No
who
one
would,
in this whole wide world.
who would look right doing it. Go ahead.
I'm just saying there's no one
Who
doing
was all
it.
doing Michael Jackson's moves?
Everybody?
Who?
No,
But they
nobody.
weren't doing it good.
Who?
Chris, Usher.
No.
everyone.
And
during his
Michael
time.
Jordan and Michael Jackson's time, who was doing his dance moves?
I'm not saying in their time. I'm
Okay.
saying what legacy do they have? What legacy did Chris pass on that other artists are mimicking their style?
Chris
Nobody.
Brown he's doing trendy dances, and he's making the trendy dances that come out, like the TikTok dances, look fabulous. Watch Summer Too Hot. He's hitting everything.
Wait, hold on. So what legacy? Take Justin Bieber out of it. What legacy is Usher leaving?
I think Usher first started the number one, Chris. And then Usher first started doing R&B, then making it so streamlined that R&B artists went into pop, electronic pop, and all that stuff. That's why artists nowadays, The Weeknd, Chris, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, they can do pop
Can we
and electronic
please,
pop.
Like
We
insert
owe
the
that
Donald
to
Trump
Usher?
wrong.
Who else was doing it before Usher?
Wrong.
Who else ran
R.
it?
Kelly.
R. Kelly wasn't doing electronic pop.
Bro,
And
what?
being successful
Hold on,
at it.
Hold on. Can we please? Like, I feel like you're off. Bro. So, you're saying Usher started the techno movement. So, when did OMG come out?
Let me look. 2010.
Okay. And when did Chris Brown's Forever come out? 2007, correct?
Yes.
So, Chris Brown pioneered that techno movement.
But there's also and all that.
What? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not techno. What?
Hold on.
That was
hold
more
on.
crunk.
But Let's
Come on,
let's go. Let's go back to the first episode of the R&B. You yourself said that Usher's wasn't R&B.
It wasn't
So
R&B,
that was
but it was more
2000.
crunk. That's why the
That was
king of
2000.
crunk was in it. Little John.
That's a crunk song.
But it's his song.
Bro, no.
It was his song.
Like the techno. Chris Brown came, I'm telling you, because
So
boys
question.
were questioning Chris Brown because Chris Brown was wearing the skinny jeans and he was in techno. We were like, what is he doing?
So question though, was R. Kelly and Luther Vandross and all them, were they doing R&B through and through, not dabbling? Like, I'm not talking about every once in a while they might do something. I'm talking about, did they do it as hard and as successful as Usher did when Usher was doing traditional slow rhythm and blues?
So I don't think any R&B artist, and I'm saying any, is as successful as Usher when he was on his peak. And I'm not disputing that, but we're saying influence. And I'm
part of that
telling
is
you right
because he
now,
did it all right.
Chris Brown is the influence. Chris Brown changed R&B. Chris Brown is the reason why people are fossilized. He's the reason why people like August, like Trey Songz, can't survive anymore because they can't adapt to what he can do. Chris Brown is a rapper. He is a singer. He's a techno. He's in Afrobeat.
But you don't think Usher is diverse?
No.
How?
I do not think so.
He does pop, he does techno, and he does traditional R&B performance.
Okay, techno. That's it.
I said techno, pop, and traditional R&B.
I never really looked at him as a pop guy, but okay.
Yeah, is not a
is
Love in This Club.
Love in This Club.
That's R&B.
And then he literally has the songs with Justin Bieber.
Okay, and
those are all pop songs.
Okay, but that's.
Those are successful pop songs.
Are we really about to say he has more techno songs than Chris Brown? Are we going to say he has more hip hop songs than Chris Brown? Are we going to say he has more R&B songs than Chris Brown? Are we going to say he has more Afro beats than Chris Brown? Or is that what we're trying to say? That's all I got to know. No, he does not. Chris Brown changed the game.
I didn't say that he had more. I said he opened up that lane.
No, he didn't.
And Chris Brown moderated.
That was Breezy. Breezy did that.
All right. Since we're running out of time, we'll combine career highlights and sales at the same time.
Okay.
Let me end with this dub.
Money. Yeah, the only dub you get.
Career highlights. We got Grammys. We got sales. We got number ones. We got upcoming performing Super Bowl. We got longevity in the career. We got a Vegas residency.
Longevity. Hold on.
He started 10 years before Chris Brown, and he's still going. Chris Brown.
He's still going.
How is Chris Brown's?
What were them album sales last time for Usher?
What were their album sales for Breezy?
Still on the Billboard.
Well, how were those platinums?
Still on the Billboard.
How are the platinum singles going?
When was Usher's last top 20?
I can tell you.
Go ahead.
Currently.
It's current.
Currently.
It's top 20.
We're creeping. We're on the charts.
Creeping.
We're on the charts.
And let's mention, y'all, that's because a Super Bowl announcement helped push that up there. It's not because Usher's song was good or that good. It's no.
Nah,
I heard your boyfriend's looking for me. Come on, bro. Stop it. This man got to use current events to stay relevant on these charts. It's not because it's good. No.
That's not true. Good is doing successful, and it was charting before he was ever announced as the Super Bowl.
But where's it charting, bro?
It was charting in
number 99.
It was 60.
99.
It's on the charts currently for 11 weeks.
Okay.
And then you want to be this hard.
But what about Chris Brown?
Then you want to be this hard.
Chris Brown's Breezy?
How successful did his Breezy album chart? He loves.
Okay.
For y'all at home, he loves. If Under the Influence didn't take off on TikTok, he would be nothing right now.
Okay.
He would have nothing.
Look at him reaching. Under the Influence popped off. First thing. There we go. Second.
Go crazy. Shout out to Young Thug. Anytime you say a Breezy song, get ready to say featuring now. Get ready to say that.
First things first. Let's be real. We listened to Go Crazy because Young Thug. Come on, bro.
Oh, but No Guidance. Featuring Drake.
Okay, but Drake made that song. Let's be real.
You're telling me Drake's not going to pop off on a song?
Chris Brown does most of the work in these songs, and you're trying to credit the people that
No, you're right. You're honestly right. So let's go off the singles that he released by himself. How did they do?
Okay. So, Under the Influence. There we go. And
3 albums ago.
So then I just want to go back to what you said with Good. You're saying that 56, it was good. It was before the Super Bowl. Okay, well, Chris Brown does that in his sleep. You count those as
for
flops.
11 weeks.
You count that as flop
for 11
weeks. You count that as a flop for Chris Brown. When Chris Brown was charting because of Breezy, which Breezy didn't do well. Fire album, by the way. Go listen to it.
So fire.
But
now let's acknowledge that it did not do not well because it wasn't good. Because that album's great.
Absolutely.
Breezy is fire.
But those songs were definitely, I want to say, in the 50s.
No, right.
Don't quote me, but they were in the 50s. But you count that as a flop for Chris Brown. But
because everyone knows, and if you're being honest with yourself, you know. And Chris said it himself; he was disappointed with the sales. Everyone knows your first album drops, your streaming numbers they debut that, and then they fall right off. Even Taylor Swift, she just dropped 1989. All those songs went up. They're all a lot of them off or low.
Don't be Charlamagne to speak so prematurely because you know they're gonna shoot back up. So. for Taylor.
No. I'm saying she's gonna have the singles that do well. I'm saying like every song on the album charted on the Billboard Hot 100. You know, Drake just did it, and it's just every song charts. When Cardi
Absolutely.
drops, they
That's
all
just-
do.
that's
They
how
all
the
go up
way it
top,
works.
and then they drop.
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna be like. I'm sure even them, they're not gonna be like, oh, my song charted. Usher's is actually charting for
Because it's
weeks.
Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl, y'all.
Usher.
He's wearing a Chris Brown
Sure.
and Little Baby shirt right now, by the way. Just got to say
I was waiting for you to say.
there's
it.
no Usher in this room.
I love you. Love you for life, man. For life. For life. You were great. You were a legend. We love you. And we're going to continue to keep lifting you up, bro. I love you more.
All right, so guys, let us know in the comments below. Are you Team Usher?
Or are you Team Breezy?
Be on the winning side here, guys. Come on.
Not Usher.
And don't forget, we love both of these artists. We love both of their music. We just love to debate who the GOAT is.
Absolutely.
But if you like this video, give us that like button, and we will see you at the next video.